with the legacy of the Beatles, I don't really feel part of it. I'm not part of it. The White Album, which I've been working on, was made a year before I was born. What's amazing and sort of humbling for me is the fact that they trust me to work on their material. I don't take it for granted, but also it's such a small team that works on it. I mean, the way these Beatles projects work, in all honesty, is there's me and I have an engineer called Sam O'Kell in the studios in Abbey Road, and we work away, and then Paul and Ringo will come by, and Olivia Harrison and Yoko Ono will come by, and we decide whether it's good enough. We had the privilege of remixing, myself and Sam, Sgt. Pepper last year, and it was incredibly nerve-wracking for both of us, but we were delighted with the results, and it came out and the fans were happy. We take for granted with famous records that they just appear on a disc and we listen to them. What I think is an added dimension to that is when you hear someone talking and they start singing a song you like and you realize, wait a second, it's that simple. They just pick up a guitar and they play Julia. That's how it works, and of course that is how it works. There's no strings being pulled. That's John performing. The process, I suppose, is that, and then with the White Album package, what we're doing is there's these fantastic demos, these acoustic demos we call the Isha demos, and they sort of show a roadmap, and then there's studio outtakes, and they can show you the way songs are developed. And so the great thing about the Beatles is they did constantly evolve. I mean, you know, my father was heavily involved in the making of Sgt. Pepper, being their producer and as being, you know, known as the fifth Beatle, etc., etc. And he was the architect to that sound. When they came to the White Album, they didn't want an architect. They wanted to build an album from the bricks up, and without any real idea about what it was going to be. They had all of these songs. And so I think the most revealing thing for me to work on the White Album is just how creative they were all of the time. And it's almost like the studio couldn't handle the level of demand that they wanted to do and the amount of songs they wanted to record. It's really nerve-wracking because it's a legacy of music which is really important, and the question of why do it is the question we ask ourselves every day. And I think the reason why is because the Beatles asked me to do it to begin with. That's a pretty good reason to do it, and there's fans who want me to do it, but also, you know, Paul will say to me, your job is to innovate and push things with the Beatles. That's your job, and you have to kind of dig in deep. And I fall through a portal at Abbey Road in 1968, and I re-emerge again with the tapes, if you like, and play them to people.